Walking the cobbled alleys of the Nissan neighborhood, I am struck by the fact that it is a crossroads of Muslims in India. Large mansions tower above the street, a testament to families who have realized their dream of moving from middle class to well off. Many of these families come from poor roots in the neighboring state of Bihar or the eastern part of UP. They came here 10 to 20 years ago to enroll their children in the school system that feeds into the university. Now some of those children are working in Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Europe, and the US. They send money home that gets invested into large family homes. Like a young man named Atik, who is home for his sister's wedding. He works as a petroleum engineer in Saudi Arabia, and his lofty salary has paid for his sister's dowry. But he lives a life of contradictions. In his parents' home village in Bihar, he is treated like a king, given unfaltering respect for the lofty education and job he has achieved. But in Saudi Arabia, he is treated as a necessary evil, someone there to perform a service, but looked down on by his Saudi co-workers and bosses. Squeezed in between the mansions are the humble brick homes and stick shacks of truly poor families that have moved from the farms into the city looking for work. People like Mohammed Sagir, who pedals a bicycle rickshaw, carrying passengers around the city, while his wife works as a maid for several families in the big homes around their small stick shack. They have 5 children. The oldest is 13, and the youngest is 1. They are squatters, living on someone else's empty plot of land which doubles as a neighborhood dump. But with property rates on the rise, the pace of development is accelerating in our city. Someday soon, Mohammed Sagir and his family will be forced to gather their few belongings together and move on to make room for another family to build their dream home on the empty lot. As we walk these streets, will you join us in praying that God will begin to stir families like those of Atik and Mohammed Sagir with a hunger to know Him? Pray that He would give dreams and visions. Pray that He would make devout Muslims curious about Jesus when they stumble across Him in the Quran. Pray for us that we would live such spiritually conspicuous lives that people who are searching for God would be drawn to us. I want to challenge you to consider getting together with someone else in the next 2 weeks to pray for these things. Or even host a prayer gathering. If you would like ideas on how to do that, simply respond to this email and we will be happy to send you some creative suggestions. Thank you for standing with us. Everything that we long to see in this neighborhood depends on a foundation of extraordinary, persistent prayer to move forward.